Well, from pencils and paper to clothes and computers, it is time again to start thinking about back-to-school shopping. Second biggest shopping season of the year, and that adds up to nearly $75 billion. A lot of money. So before you start stocking up, we invited financial professional Stacy Turner to come on in from the Turner Advanced Financial to give us some tips on how to keep from breaking the bank on school supplies. And Stacy, a lot of parents wondering about that right now, and they're worried about it. We see the ads that it's back to school time, and it's really hard to wade through all of that. And you say that many families are actually going through their back to school shopping in the wrong way.
That's right. Now that everyone is a target for retailers, you have to be a little bit careful, and you need a plan. So the families seem to be shopping a little bit differently than they used to. They used to go out and do a one-day shopping spree, go back to school, everything's good, but now it seems to be, for whatever reason, spread out over several days or even weeks, and so their intentions are good. They're looking for deals.
Right.
But what economists have noted is that often, because they're in the stores for many more hours, they're subject to more impulse buying.
Ah, okay. And especially, I guess, if you take the kids.
Absolutely.
Mom, Dad, I want this. I gotta have this.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So if you've ever had kids, then you know the deal. It's hard to.
So what should families be thinking about as they head back to school into the stores?
Well, families are spending, with kids, are spending about $670 on back-to-school supplies.
Per child?
Well, that is an average that it
per
does
family.
include, per family.
Okay.
So some have one child, some have others.
Okay.
But that's from the National Retail Federation. According to them, it's $670 per family.
Yeah.
And as you noted, if you have multiple kids, then you can easily get to $670, especially since the things that they're showing you to buy, they quote need. Right. And so it's hard to say no to everything. But if you have a plan going into this, then you're obviously in good shape. So.
And the key to the plan is organization.
That's right. And so basically there's 4 steps that I would recommend. They're very easy. The first is to get organized.
Okay.
So you take the list that you get from your kid's school, and then you simply put it into some sort of a worksheet. I have one on my website, turneraf.com. Just click on information. There's a worksheet right there. Back to school worksheet is seen on KRON. And you can don't get scared by the word budget. So this is simply taking the list, putting those items on paper, writing down a dollar amount that you would like to spend on those items, and then totaling those up. So now you have your organization when you're going in.
There's no sticker shock when you get to the store.
Exactly. And then the second thing you have to keep in mind is you don't need all of these things on day one. Right?
That's true. That's a good point.
You're not going to use all the pencils on the first day.
Right.
And so you can get enough supply. So the second point would just be, to time it out, so to speak, timing part of it now, part of it later, because if you wait till after Labor Day, then you'll probably see some pretty good savings on these things.
And the bite isn't as big all at once, too, if you can time this out. All right, what's part 3?
Part 3 is just do your homework. So this is pretty easy because retailers know that consumers are looking for deals. They're out there. You just need to go as far as your Sunday paper, look at the coupons, and then maybe Groupon.com or some other online, coupon source. When you do this, then you've not only found deals for yourself, but you've also honed in what you're going to particular stores for. So are you going there for clothing, or are you going there for the deal on basic school supplies or electronics? And of course, Nicholas, Jack, Sophia, and other kids that are listening out there, when I say the word electronics, we're not talking about the Wii here. Let's stay focused. We're talking about school supplies, right? And
well, speaking of your kids, you suggest also to make it a family affair.
Exactly. That would be the fourth and final, easy step, is just bring the kids into this, because yes, we want to save a couple $100s on school supplies, but there's a bigger picture here. This is a huge opportunity for families to teach their kids the right way to spend money versus the wrong way to spend money. So let the kids be a part of that budget process. Simply tell them, if you come in over budget, then it comes out of your pocket. So about $34, teens spend about $34 of their own money, and that adds up to about $900 million nationwide.
Yeah.
And so that is a trend where parents are trying to get their kids to be involved with
have a little ownership in what they're buying.
Exactly. On the flip side, if they come in under budget, give them the cash. A huge reward for doing the right thing, and then as they become adults, they're going to remember how mom and dad taught them how to spend their money.
Exactly. That's a great idea. We've been talking about K through 12. What about college students, university students?
Right. College students, those are the golden goose to retailers. They spend,
because of the higher price items?
That's right. Yeah. So they're buying, their spending is a little bit different. Instead of school supplies per se, it's more accessories for the dormitory, maybe one of those lofts that they buy. Things like that. They're buying more clothes. They add up to somewhere between $900 and $1,000 per person.
Wow.
And so those are definitely something you want to keep a hold of if you're the parent. And so you just apply the exact same 4 steps to them as well.
Also, too, I would think with the older students, they're also looking at the cost of textbooks, which can cost several $100s per book. So that adds the cost as well. So it really can be a sticker shock for parents sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, these are fantastic tips. You mentioned they're on your website, turneraf.com.
That's right.
All right. Stacey Turner, thanks so much for joining us.
Great. Thank you, Barney.
All right. We'll be right back.